Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S back with another one of my mad reaction videos. Put reaction in speech marks because I have my own unique ways of reacting to things. But I hope you enjoy it. I've got to admit, I'm nervous as I often am when I'm making videos, but I hope to have fun and I hope you'll enjoy it as much as I hope to enjoy making it, of course. But I know I do have a tendency to waffle, but I hope people out there, as I say, do enjoy it. I do worry whether people will enjoy it or not, but as ever, please drop in the comments any constructive criticism or positive feedback, and I always say that one, but pretty much. But yeah, this is on the Serie A official YouTube channel. It's one I've been thinking about making for a while. The Champions of Made in Italy on Serie A. It's a good series, I think. So please check it out. Obviously, I'm a bit biased because I'm a big fan of Italian football. So for me, it's an excellent series. But yeah, this one is for Torino, as the title hopefully alludes to. And yeah, please check out the Serie A official channel. I was thinking, say, for a joke, they should pay me commission. Obviously, just kidding. But also, Torino, I was thinking with Torino, Turin, maybe people could be encouraged to go and visit the Fiat car factory and then also do the stadium tours of both Juventus and Turin, respectively. That would be interesting, I think, and maybe make videos on that. People have probably already done that, but I think it'd be cool to encourage more people to do that. That's another group that should pay me commission, but I'd probably just pump it back into the club anyway. So even if they did pay me commission, I'd just donate to Italian football to help to build football pitches, academies, stadiums, and things like that, whatever costs a football club has. So I hope to benefit the national and club teams as ever by helping them to build more pitches in the case of their national team, and also buy even better players and things like that, and whatever other costs a football club like Torino would have. But I think it'd be interesting if Torino, I'll try and keep this intro down to a minute long, but a few things I want to say, but I will try and keep it as short and sweet as I can, as I normally do. But I put it to say, oh yeah, I wonder if, I think it'd be interesting if Torino, and as ever, I know I'm probably mentioned this about a month or so ago or whenever, but I think it'd be interesting if Torino could get money, like if Italian clubs like Torino could get money and go from a middle of the road sort of club back to some of its best glory days, which was like all the way back in the 30s, almost 100 years ago, actually, come to think of it. If they had wealthy investors investing, I'd love, given my love for alliterations and my obsession with alliterations, I'd love for companies like Tata, Toyota, Tesla, and others, as I mentioned that before, but I would love for them to invest in Torino, and it'd be interesting to see where they could take Torino. I'd love for them to have supporters clubs, Torino sports clubs and academies in their countries. So, like, obviously in India, America, Japan, and elsewhere, respectively, even across Latin America and Asia and all around the world as well. So, like if Tata, for instance, wherever they operate, they could have supporters clubs and academies and training centres, especially in India itself, but across Asia and all around the world, maybe even, but especially in India and Asia. And Toyota could have them in Japan, and also help to fund stadiums and pitches and things like, especially for training, stadia and academies and stuff like that, and have sports clubs in Japan. I think that'd be pretty cool, and maybe even help a few Japanese players to make it into the Torino team, maybe, and Indian players and American players respectively. And again, similar for America with Tesla. Well, I think that'd be interesting, but as ever, it's probably one of my mad pipe dreams, but I thought I'd mention it anyway, as ever. Another thing is, I've got some of these toxic waste things. I was going to say, there's another group that should pay me on commission. That would be interesting. But I love for companies that begin with T, maybe even this company, the Toxic Waste Sweets Company, if that's what it's called, or whatever it's called, to invest. Again, companies and even places like Tokyo, maybe even that begin with T, to invest in the club. Again, organisations and that kind of thing as well. But anyway, I think that covers everything for the intro. But basically, I would say I think it'd be interesting if, like Man City, they had some wealthy investors that came in. In Italian clubs' cases, I'd love for them to have multiple investors, shareholders, co-owners, equity holders, and that kind of thing, sponsorship and whatnot as well, and that sort of thing, and any legal money they can get. But I hope they'll learn from Man City and avoid some of the mistakes they might have made. Again, I know I often mention this one, but to avoid FFP. But anyway, I think that covers everything for the intro, but I'm gonna roll the clip. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll probably pause it now and again just to give my reaction to things they say. Here goes. On the subject of the Italian trade agency, or whatever it's called, I wonder how they could help Italian football more, like how businesses in Italy, how the politicians, businesses, the council, how they can help, like to build more stadiums and just generally benefit Italian football, how they could work with, and again, I know it's another idea I mentioned before, but how they could work with the Italian FA, the FIGC, and Serie A, and how they could all link up and like talk about ways to benefit Italian football, like maybe provide tax exemptions, look at ways, any legal way that they can acquire investment and work with FIFA and UEFA maybe even and things like that to acquire investment to help to build more pitches and things like that and just develop the game in Italy. I know UEFA already kind of do stuff like that, maybe in FIFA, but I hope they can do it even more, especially for Italy, and like to develop, to promote the beautiful game, which I hope Italy will focus on playing and practicing football as much as possible. I hope it will be a nation which is dominated by one sport as only sport, football. So I think the more they focus on that, the better they can do. So anyway, I saw the thing about the Italian trade agency, so I thought I'd mention that point.
When I was 20 years old, I started with football at the club, and then when I went professional football club for Torino, they asked me if I wanted to join them. And for me, it was, I'm too young, and I know I want to play only with my friends, so I decided to stay at my small club. I was always like, I want to go on the stage. From day one, I know I want to play only with the ball. For me, football means life. The most important dream who came true. When I was a young boy, I always wanted to become like a professional football player. And I know this I want to do my whole life, and I know it was difficult.
That's like really annoying advert again, but I know I have to mention, like when I see these videos, I normally, if I support a channel, I do like to watch their ads just to hopefully help their channel more. And I hope, some part of me fears that if and when they do make money from adverts and from the channel, from the YouTube channel and things like that, even merchandise and that kind of thing, I wonder whether they're going to reinvest that into a club, in this case Torino obviously, but I hope they'll reinvest like money they make from merch for sure, as and from the YouTube channel and social media generally and things like that, TikTok and whatever, wherever they can get money. I hope they won't just use it for like shareholders, equity holders and that kind of thing to just have loads of money like the board and whatever, like Celtic often seems to do. But I hope they'll reinvest that into the club with like into buying better players and investing in the youth and things like that, so building more academies. Obviously, I can understand shareholders, equity holders, and that kind of thing who want to take money out. So, as I say, I want to encourage Tata, Toyota, Tesla, and other companies that begin with T and around the world, as many of them as possible, to have at least a tiny share each. And obviously, the bigger companies could have more of a share and help them with their marketing and things like that. But obviously, there's got to be a benefit in them doing so. But at the same time, I hope that they will also invest at least some of that, or as much of that as possible, even if they take like. Obviously, they've got to make money from it for it to be worth it, as they probably didn't grow up as Torino fans, of course, almost certainly, in fact. But hopefully they'll become fans of the club as well, so they'll have an interest. But obviously they want to make money from it, but I hope they'll reinvest. So as I say, from TikTok, YouTube and things like that, I hope they'll reinvest money they make back into the club as well.
Torino, the football club, they are like not a normal club. I think they have really special people, like fans, people they work hard and that they enjoy to watch Torino. Everybody know the players and everybody know against who we play, where we play, so they're really close with the team. And for me, this is one of the.
So I'd love to know from Torino fans like what the club means to you and how important it is to you and things like that. So I thought I'd just mute it there just to say, just to ask like Torino fans. I was going to pause it, but I didn't want the video. I know it's fairly long anyway, but with people's attention spans. But anyway, so I thought I'd just ask Torino fans. And as I often say, like, I mean, you could please do check out this original video as well as my reaction video. So I'd love to know what you think about both my reaction video and this original video. If you watch this as well, and please check out Torino official YouTube channel and their website and things like that as well, and TikTok and whatever else. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I wanted to start directly, and we're still really happy.
Turin, a city of charm and mystery, where legends of magical events blend with the present to create a truly evocative atmosphere. And if modest starts, yet luxurious surroundings, the splendor of its squares and monuments are the external elements of this unique, intriguing destination.
The big difference now between Torino and where I lived before and all of this, of course, the weather, but I think also the people here in Torino, for me, they are really warm. They give me good feelings since they are open to speak with you and they all have respect for everyone. Yeah. Well, sempre positivo.
Also, I'd love to know what you think about Italy as a country and also Turin. Like, if you think it looks quite picturesque. I know I only support Italy for football, but could they use their scenery and the beauty of their country to market football generally? I'd love to encourage my fellow Eurasians and even neurodiverse people to support Italian football and showcase what we can do for Italian football, as I often mentioned. But I'd love to know what other people think about, like, so the owner of Fiorentina was saying that to convince his wife that they should invest in the team, she was saying, I need to go to a place which is really nice. So said Florence is really beautiful, and that's one of the selling points that it could have. So how could they utilize other areas to benefit their football? Because that's the only area, I would say, from Italy, which I wish to support and that kind of thing. But I suppose having a strong, I only want to support their economy in the sense that it would, if it benefits football. So I only want to do whatever would benefit Italy in terms of football, not necessarily in other areas. Of saying I'd love to discourage them from playing other sports, so they could just focus on football as much as possible. Like if and when they win the rugby, it doesn't really bother me that much. But anyway, just thought I'd add my 2 cents to say.
Yeah, like a friend of me. When I came here, it's difficult to speak the language. He helps me a lot, and now it's just 1 year, but he's really important for us. And I think one of the most important guys in Torino for me.
Another thing I'd love to know is, like, another question I'd love to ask is, do you think I'm being naive when it comes to watching the ads? Do you think that really does benefit a channel that much? Do you think it makes that much difference, or do you think I'm just being naive or even wasting time like watching the ads or whatever? But that's what I normally do if I support a channel, which is the ones I watch is normally because I support the channel for whatever reason, like Time Football or Celtic or content creators of colour or whatever, funny enough. But which does remind me of the point I was going to make. Initially, when I talked about like Made in Italy, I was thinking like, I know I discussed this yesterday, I think it was, but yesterday or the day before, but working with migrants and refugee agencies and offering those with skills and talent for football, those who can benefit the national team or Italian football generally, when it comes to migration, with the migration issue. Hopefully that could improve relations between Italians and the rest of the world, POC, especially the black community and from Africa itself. Again, maybe African investors could invest in teams like Torino, and hopefully that will improve relations between Italians and black community, and they'll see that that black people, and especially including from Africa, can benefit Italian football. So hopefully that will improve relations. But again, I could be being naive.
Of and I need to read ching ching, huh? Here you see again the goal, the Toro. I think also if you see the place with this gap, people they will turn like this. So if people come, they will do always this, and I think it's one of the most famous thing you can do in Torino. Here we have a Tourette. If you see also this is like special, and I think you see many of them in Torino, and many people drink from this. They are special, like for the name, like they call it Tourette. And that's good, yeah. For me, this is really nice walk. If I need some free time, I think it's the best place to go because it's really quiet, it's nice, relax a bit in the mind. If you see this, I think it's really beautiful to see how they build this, and I think it's the same style like Piazza Cava, but also Piazza Castello. When I came to Torino, the first meeting I had with the director, they told me about the Grande Torino. From the first day, I know already how important this is for the club. So when I visit the first day the stadium and also training ground, you see all the names from people who died that time with the airplane to the mountain. I think we're now they call it the Superga. For me, the most beautiful and impressive thing I have ever been in football was in May when we visited the Superga with all the fans. And it's the most special thing in the club what we have. People in Torino, I think, like they work always really hard, but I also think they really enjoy how nice the city is. If you see now this guy in front, he's like making music, he's enjoying and relaxing time. For me, the Italian people, especially in Torino, have respect for you. They always want to help and they always want to be the best for the other one. Because I have been in Italy many times, also other places, but for me, the feeling Torino I have is they really want to help and to feel it like home.
So I thought of a few other questions, so I'd love to ask the audience, which is, does this video inspire you to want to go and visit Turin and like do the stadium tour and go to those places this guy went to? Schuurs, or whatever his name is. Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation. I was going to say I'm not even going to bother to attempt to. I thought that was a bit lazy of me, but to pronounce the name. But does this video inspire you to want to go and visit, I'll say, the stadium and the football pitch and find out more about the history of Torino as well, and also to visit the area as well? I think that'd be interesting to know.
Times and bad times for me. Last year we had a really good season. We finished high and fans are really happy. I still feel the supporting from the fans. You know, they're always close with us and they're always supporting us. Also, yeah, when we played maybe not so good one game or we didn't win and we had to win, and I feel always the fans behind us and always send a message to wish us luck for the game, and yeah, they're always positive. So I think that's really important for us also in the team, and we feel this, and yeah, we always want to give them the best back, but yeah, you cannot always win or always play good, and yeah, that's really important that we always together like one family with the fans together.
Among its many achievements, Turin is the reference point for national and international publishing. Designated World Book Capital, it is, in fact, home to the largest publishing book fair in Italy and among the most important in Europe. More than 800 publishers display their works every year during the fair, with over 1,500 events for professionals and book lovers alike.
Unfortunately, I couldn't go to visit it before, but I hope when we have time, like the next edition.
I'd say for me personally, I only support Italy for football, so and also I don't really read much. I do love to write, funny enough. I have to read punctuation, the worst punctuation or whatever in the world probably, but yeah, reading doesn't bother me that much, but I do love to write and write ideas. I'm writing different notebooks and stuff like that, different coloured and shapes and sizes notebooks. But when it comes to Italian football, when it comes to Italy, I'd say give myself a lot, but I only support them for football. So whatever benefits it have for. Another thing I wanted to ask, actually, I thought I'd wait till the end of the video, but I'll probably ask it now, which is, well, I'm going to ask it now, which is, if you could rate this video out of 100, please rate it out of 100 in the comment section. Hopefully it won't be too harsh, but even if you think it's just like 0% or 1% or whatever, it'd be interesting to find out like how much people rate my reaction video and possibly this video as well. Maybe both. Like if you could have like a rating out of 100, so like a percentage, I think that'd be interesting to read for those watching either on Facebook or YouTube. As I say, please post in the comment like if you give it a percentage, my reaction video and this original video out of 100. And again, please check this out because I know I haven't really watched the whole thing, so I might have missed bits or whatever while I talked over it or whatnot, because I didn't want the video to be too long. I was going to keep pausing it, but then I thought the video would be even longer. So please check it out and say on Serie A, the Champions of Made in Italy series. I hope you'll check out as many of those videos and Serie A videos as possible, and Torino's videos as well. So thanks for checking out my video. If you made it this far, sorry if it was a bit long and I was a bit nervous, and I don't know if I did a good job. As I say, if you put constructive criticism, positive points of view, if you like the video, and encouragement or whatever, so that I won't feel as nervous, maybe, I don't know. If you like the video, that'd be great. If you share it, that'd be possibly even better. I appreciate your views and also and your support generally, and again, constructive criticism, positive points of view, listening to me waffling on, or any, as I say, constructive criticism, how I can be more concise and get to the point. If you have any tips or anything else, I always welcome those as well. And also, if you can give this video itself, the reaction video that I've made, a score out of 100, so it's like a percentage, as I say, and also the original video. I mean, I know if you watch that, you can probably give it a score, maybe even comment on there on the Serie A channel and on Torino's channels what you'd give them out of 100 as well. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and I'm out. Peace and love.